numbers, trimmed in white. We're ready to go, and it's going to be Butler and Karpowitz jumping it up. And there we go. How sweet it is. The Sweet 16 Division III variety is underway. So the Blues on the offensive end. Butler's going to go baseline really quick. Gets hang up in the air, threw it over to the other side. Duckett has it. Duckett bounces it in. Working back in is Jones. It's back out. Duckett's going to shoot it. It clanks off the side of the iron, and Karpowitz grabs the board. So the first miss goes up, belongs to the Blues, and here come the Eafs for their first offensive possession, and we got a walk. So Heskett shuffled the steps, took a little walk, and the first turnover of the game goes to the Whitman College Blues. So Austin Butler brings it up. A wrecking ball. Coach Eric Bridgeland called him. I love it. So Butler looking for some space at the elbow. Butler goes up and is blocked out of bounds by Karpowitz. Got his big paw up there and knocked it out of bounds. So just underway, no score. We've only played 45 seconds of this Sweet 16 round from Hamilton. Gotta love it. So Joey Hewitt on the far wing. Joey Hewitt flips it out. Long three is going to go up by Stewart. Won't go down. It's kept in bounds. But it goes right to the waiting hands of Bobby Casey. Casey gets it quick up the floor. Heskett looking to make a move. Gets it back. Casey, the lefty. Long three, and it's good. Nothing but that. Bobby Casey. And the William Eafs out of the NSCAC are on the board. They lead the Blues 3-0. Here goes Butler. Butler, quick step. Has it knocked out of bounds. And there's a quick hands again. Matt Karpowitz coming out a little possessed here. A couple of rebounds, swatting the ball out of bounds. So the Blues on the offensive end for three in the corner. Switch, nothing but net. Jack Stewart. So Stewart ties the score. And now here's a little pressure by the Whitman Blues. The Whitman Blues third in the nation in scoring at 104 points per game out of the Northwest Conference, number 2 in the country. And there's a little back door to James Heskett. Heskett got lost, and Heskett lays it up and in. Back on the offensive end now. 5-3 the Eafs lead. Long three by Duckett, and Duckett hits it. So Darnay Duckett drills it. Bobby Casey gets it up to Heskett. The Blues are going to try to trap on the far side, and Casey gets it over to Feinberg. Feinberg drives, pass inside, turn around, Karpowitz won't go. Ball swatted out of bounds, saved. Nice athletic play by Joey Hewitt to save it. Duckett goes baseline, lays it up and in. So Darnay Duckett, 5 points in a row. And the Blues out of the Northwest Conference lead. Back the other way, Karpowitz. And we got an offensive foul, and it's going to be on Feinberg. So the first foul of the game goes to the Eafs. The turnover, the Blues will have it. Just underway, 17:35 left to go in the first half. Rick Sassone courtside, Scott Fieldhouse, Hamilton College, the Northeast Sports Network, bringing y'all the action. Here's Butler. Butler going to go, splits the defense, nifty little move, gets up in the air. Little fake by Stewart. Stewart gets down in the block, kicks it back out, and Butler has it again. Butler makes a move. Butler has it knocked away, and Karpowitz comes up with the ball. Karpowitz ahead to Casey. Casey in transition. Casey, little delay, won't go in. And there's the rebound by Cedric Jacob Jones. We got a foul on the outside. It's going to be on Heskett. The ball will be out of bounds to the Whitman College Blues. The Blues this year are 3-0 on a neutral court. The William Eafs 1-1, and both those games were here in the NESCAC tournament, the semifinal and the final. So here's Butler. Butler's going to spin. Butler gets around, goes up, won't go. Excuse me, one of those losses was here. They lost in the semifinal. So here's Karpowitz. Karpowitz being guarded by Butler. Karpowitz finds Heskett. Heskett all alone. Lays it up and in. That's too easy. So Heskett with a couple easy ones got loose. And there's a steal by Bobby Casey. Here's Casey. Dribbling with the right. Switches to left. Casey lays it up and in. So back come the Blues. They will push it. Duckett. Duckett pulls up at the elbow and rattles it in. Darnay Duckett. So here's that full court pressure. Feinberg gets it in. We got our first substitutions of the game coming in. Looks like the Blues are going with the hockey change. 3 guys coming in. 1 for the Eves. I'll get him for you in a minute. There's Karpowicz who gets all alone and flushes it down. Williamstown. Matt Karpowicz just flushed down a 2-hander. And the Eves take the lead. Duckett gets free on the baseline. Duckett, nice soft. Heskett with the weak side board. And Bobby Casey has it. Casey feels the pressure, gets it up, and there's a steal by Butler. Butler gives it up. No, short little one won't go for Joey Hewitt. And back come the Eves. Skadlock had it, and Skadlock is fouled, and I believe it's going to be number 34, Cedric inside the Scott Fieldhouse. Sweet 16 action. Brought to you by the Northeast Sports Network. I'm Rick Sassone courtside. Thanks for joining us today. Ball's inbound to Heskett. Heskett gets a little screen, picks up his dribble, rolls, goes inside, and ball's knocked away, and it's out of bounds. And attempting to pump it inside to number 21, Michael Kempton. Kempton just checked into the game. Kempton's been averaging almost 5 rebounds in the postseason, including the NESCAC championship and the first 2 rounds in the NCAA last weekend. Only averaged 3.6 on the year. So ball swung over to the other side. Skadlock has his pocket pick. And off to the races are the Blues. Attempted rebound will not go up. Attempted shot, Jace Harrison attempted that. So let's get the Blues that are in the game now. Trevor Osborne, number 5. Number 11, Jerron Kirkley. Number 40, Andrew Vickers. And number 12 is Robert Holton. So back the other way. Feinberg's going to lay it up and in. So Feinberg got free in transition, and here's off to the races. Can't get it to go, and back the other way. And Bobby Casey will come away with it for the Eves. Casey has it stolen. And Kirkley can't get it to go, and back come the Eves. So a couple easy ones missed by the Blues. And Bobby Casey now will run the point for the Blues. Skadlock will get a touch here on the near wing. Kempton hands to Skadlock. Skadlock, little backdoor to Casey. Casey's going to lay it up, can't get it to go. Was bothered defensively. At number 10. No, I can't see the number. Number 40. It's Andrew Vickers. Good defensive play. Skadlock gets it on the block and scores. So here's Vickers racing. Couldn't quite see the number. He made a nice defensive play down there, Vickers. But the Eves ended up scoring anyway, and the Eves have a 5-point lead. Kirkley gets it in the corner to Vickers. Vickers dumps it in the Colton. Colton spins, gets it to the other side. Harrison has it on the wing now. Harrison, little hesitation, nice spin move. Harrison back out. Good defense by Skadlock. Here's Vickers. Vickers going to drive, bounces it into Colton. Colton turns, can't get it to go. Ball's bounced around. Feinberg comes away with it. Feinberg walked. No, he got fouled before the walk. So very fortunate for Henry Feinberg as he was fouled. And the foul is going to go to Andrew Vickers. Vickers had 22 points in the Northwest Championship game versus Whitworth. 32 points, 107-102 was that final. How's that for a championship game? Trevor Osborne will sit down after a few minutes worth of work. Ball's in, and now in for the East, number 44, Marcus Soto. Bobby Casey has it on the logo, gets it in there. Bobby Casey threw it away to Vickers. Vickers tried to get it to Austin. Casey on the deck, dribbling. Nifty, just in the back court. There's Austin all over the place. Austin Butler, the wrecking ball, Coach Bridgeland called him. And here's down on the block, Kempton. Kempton's going to spin it back out. Bobby Casey for 3. And it's short on the hop. Joey Hewitt grabs the rebound. Hewitt's into the front court for the Blues. Hewitt behind his back. He'll shoot the 3. And it's good. Joey Hewitt. Eric Bridgeland, coach of the Whitman Blues, said he feels like they've talked all year. He said him and the coaching staff back since November that they have 10 starters. So Stewart picks up the foul. Number 21, JoJo Wiggins, will now check in for the Blues. Robert Colton will sit down after a couple quality minutes. Number 31, Mickey Babbitt, checks in for the William Leafs. Casey gets it into Heskett. Heskett back out. There's a spin inside to Heskett, and Heskett can't get it to go. Nice pass inside by Babbitt. Vickers back on the offensive end. Number 23, Michael Gutierrez snuck into the game for the Blues. Joey Hewitt with a nice move. Ball bounces. Nice offensive rebound. Then a stick back by JoJo Wiggins. The senior, JoJo Wiggins, played in 23 games this year. And here's Karpowicz down behind the defense. Karpowicz going to spin, and Karpowicz scores over Wiggins. So here's Butler. Butler working baseline, spinning on Babbitt, gets it into JoJo Wiggins, and JoJo Wiggins scores. JoJo Wiggins only overs 3.1 points per game this year. He's got 4 early. JoJo Wiggins. So Babbitt will get a touch out top. 17-17. We got a good one. Second media timeout coming up. And Karpowicz is fouled out on the outside. Let's see who they give it to. And they give it to number 21, JoJo Wiggins. So JoJo Wiggins out of La Quinta, California. La Quinta High School. Williams East. Mickey Babbitt will come over here and inbound the ball, being guarded by Austin Butler. And we're underway now. Karpowicz gets it in. Soto gets a touch on the far side. Here's Bobby Casey. Bobby Casey takes a look. Flips it. Feinberg. Karpowicz out top. Karpowicz looks to take JoJo Wiggins. Good defense by JoJo Wiggins. There's Soto. Soto's going to spin. 3 to shoot. Soto shoots. It's short. And Austin Butler comes away with the rock. Butler quickly into the front court. Gets it back to Wiggins. Hewitt gets a touch. And Vickers. Vickers' little step back. Vickers drives. Kicks. Hewitt for 3. And it's good. Joey Hewitt just sticks it. Shoots 40.9% from beyond the arc on the year. He's got a couple here tonight. Babbitt gets it to the middle, across the logo. Mickey Babbitt to Karpowicz on the baseline, who slams it down emphatically. Karpowicz with his second two-handed jam of the night. Cuts the lead to 1, 20-19. Here's a long 3. It's off the side. Gutierrez couldn't rack that one down. And back comes Casey to Soto. Here's Feinberg. Feinberg going to challenge, give it to Karpowicz. We got an offensive foul on Feinberg. That's the second player control foul on Henry Feinberg. So Darnay Duckett will come back in along with Jace Harrison for the Blues. And number 5, Trevor Osborne comes back in. The East got Babbitt, Heskett, Kyle Skadlock back in. Number 21's Kempton, and number 44, Marcus Soto are your 5 East on the floor. So here's Hewitt. Drives Harrison. Harrison looks back to Hewitt. They play catch. Hewitt lets the 3 go. Won't go, and Kyle Skadlock washes the window. Skadlock brings it up, gets it to Kempton, who got behind the defense, and scores. So very surprising. The fast break transition points that the Eafs are getting. So Darnay kicks it. Duckett over to the other side. Down low. Low post spin. Won't go. James Heskett grabs the board. Babbitt's going to bring it up through his legs. Babbitt gets it to Heskett. And the Eafs are back on the offensive end with a 1-point lead. Here's James Heskett, little space, kicks it in the corner. Babbitt for 3, and he hits it. Mickey Babbitt. So Babbitt got alone on the baseline. Good recognition for Heskett to find Babbitt. Babbitt squared up and nailed it. Here's Darnay Duckett for 3. So Duckett answers it for the Blues. Walla Walla. We got a good one here. Darnay Duckett got your 3 points back. 24-23. the East will inbound the ball. Kyle Scanlock still going with that full court pressure. Are the Whitman Blues. Soto gets it in and all alone. Kempton behind the defense again. And Kempton will be fouled by Cedric Jacob Jones. So Jacobs Jones picks up the foul. Senior out of Phoenix, Arizona. Played for the Paradise Trojans. And Jones had a good couple first rounds. 10 points in each game. 6 rebounds in the first, 7 rebounds in the second. And Kempton hits the first free throw. Kempton shoots 63.8% on the year. Kempton hits the second one. So Kempton with 4 points early. Only averages 2.9 on the year. So we're seeing a couple guys, JoJo Wiggins for the Blues and Michael Kempton for the East, already over their average early here in the Sweet 16. On the wing, Harrison. Harrison, little crossover dribble, and Harrison dribbled it off his own foot. And it goes out of bounds. Matt Karpowitz is going to come back in for the East, and Kempton will sit down. Like I said, Michael Kempton, 1 for 1 from the floor, 1 for 1 from the line, the stripe, 2 rebounds. So Kempton comes in and gets some quality minutes early. Number 21, I guess it's 21s. JoJo Wiggins and Michael Kempton, the 2 21s, coming off the pine and contributing early. The ball's knocked out of bounds. Quick hands by the Blues. Heskett pats himself on the chest, says, my bad. The East will inbound. Bobby Casey looks to get in. 8:30 left to go here first half. Casey in the Heskett. Heskett's going to drive. Heskett pulls up, little one-hander. Won't go. Scanlock battles for the rebound, but it's taken away by Cedric Jacob Jones. Jones awkwardly gets it in the front court. Duckett's going to go, and it's swatted out of bounds by Kyle Scanlock. So quick pace here. We got 8:16 left. The wrecking ball, as Coach Eric Bridgeland calls him, Austin Butler, going to check back into the game. He had 12 assists earlier this year. A double overtime loss on November 24th at Pomona Pitzer. 12 assists, Butler. Osborne cuts through the paint, gets caught up, and the ball's tipped out of bounds by Heskett. 16 to shoot for the Blues. Blues trail by 3 here early. Semifinal game number 1. Hamilton and Christopher Newport. Semifinal game number 2 coming up a half hour after the conclusion of this one.
8, 7, 6.
One out. Stewart, long 3, and it rattles in. Jack Stewart shoots 47.2% on the year from 3. And there's another turnover. They're creating some turnovers. Duckett speedy, kicks it in the corner. Back out. Duckett's going to drive. Duckett kicks it back in the corner to Osborne. Osborne for 3. It's short. Butler keeps it alive at 6-2 and scores. So the offensive rebound by the wrecking ball. He puts it back in. So Austin Butler working tenaciously on the blocks, gets the rebound and the putback. Soto has it on the deck, and Soto lays it up and in. High score at 28, 7:15 left. Darnell Duckett would have moved, darn it. Karpowitz can't get the shot to go down. Great move to get free. And Soto has it. Soto down, looks for number. Soto drives, loses the handle. Butler grabs the rebound and throws it off of James Heskett. And we got a timeout on the floor. Every time we take a timeout, it seems. And the Williams College Eves, wow, tied at 28. Thanks for joining us on a Friday night. Where else would you want to be? Little early happy hour for you out there in Walla Walla. It's early, middle of Friday afternoon. Thanks for joining us, 3 p.m. You got to be loving it. Here's Butler. Butler drives, spins back. Jack Stewart. Stewart going to take a 3. Off the heel, high up, Bobby Casey. Goes up high, tips it to Karpowitz. Casey gets it back. Casey gives it to Soto. Soto's underneath, gives it to Heskett. Tough spacing, and taken away by Kirkley. Here's Kirkley off to the races. Kirkley, little hesitation, lays it up, won't go. Ball's batted around. Karpowitz touches it to Casey. And back come the East. Good transition by the Blues. Just couldn't get the bucket to go down. And there's Scatlock. It's free. And Scatlock went up for the slam and missed it. Bothered a little bit defensively by Kirkley. Here's long three, and it's good. Jack Stewart. So Stewart's second long ranger. Here's Soto back the other way. Heskett for three. Heskett's going to let it fly, and it's good. So the pace picking up a little bit. We're tied at 31 inside of 6 minutes. Stewart up to Butler. Butler flips it over to Kirkley. Kirkley, little hesitation. Back out Stewart. It went off Stewart. Went off his chest. So Stewart was harassed by Soto. Soto's going to take a seat. Mickey Babbitt going to come back in, and Michael Kempton back in for the Blues. JoJo Wiggins will come back in. Looks like Vickers is back in as well. Number 40. And number 5, Trevor Osborne will come in, give Jack Stewart a quick rest. Stewart plays 21 minutes a game. Started 27 out of 29 games this year for the Blues. Here's Bobby Casey bringing it up.
Good pressure. Good, Joey.
To Babbitt. Babbitt back to Casey, and they break the pressure. 5.5 minutes left to go here in the first semifinal. And Bobby Casey drives and one high off the window and down. And Bobby Casey will take his 76.2 charity stripe percentage to the stripe to try to complete the traditional three-point play. Casey's first trip to the line tonight. So Casey's shot, it's good. So Vickers speedy into the front court. They like to push. Third in the nation in scoring at 104 points per game are the Blues. And Kyle Scatlock bumps Austin Butler. So Scatlock picks up his first. That'll be the fourth team foul. 17 fouls already on the Blues. The Eafs are in the bonus. So Butler flips it into Hewitt. Butler's going to go with the left hand. Butler gets some space. Butler goes up, and Butler will go to the stripe. Butler, not a good free throw shooter. That's probably the only thing he doesn't do well. Talked to Coach Eric Bridgeland yesterday, and he says Butler's a wrecking ball. You saw not afraid to take it to the rack. Can't get the first to go. Butler leads the team in 11.5 points, 5.3 rebounds, 4.3 assists. Had 5 points, 6 assists in the first game against Texas Lutheran. Followed up with an 18.5 rebound performance against Pomona Pitzer. Yeah, I'm so excited I can't talk. Here's Bobby Casey, not good for the play-by-play. Here's Soto. Soto back to Casey. Casey looks. Casey's in the wing, gets it out. Mickey Babbitt will get a touch on top. Babbitt one dribble, gives it to Heskett. Heskett almost got decapitated as the ball went away, and now here Bobby Casey steals it. Ended up in Miguel Soto's hands, and he gets it to Marcus Soto, I should say. Here's Babbitt now. Babbitt going to face. Karpowicz far away from the basket. Soto bails out Karpowicz, rolls down to Karpowicz. Karpowicz on the block. Karpowicz tries to get it inside to Heskett, and good interior defense by the Blues. And James Heskett reaches out and grabs Austin Butler. Probably a good idea because Austin Butler was off to the races. So the 16th foul. Next one, the Blues will be in the bonus. Henry Feinberg going to check back in for the Williams Eafs. Andrew Vickers in the game. Williams in it's like a little 3-2 zone look. Karpowicz playing in the center. And we got a 3-point foul. Let's see if they called it. It is on Bobby Casey. And let's see, it is 3. So it's 3 free throws coming up for Trevor Osborne. 76.2% on the year. So Casey and Trevor Osborne both shoot 76.2% on the year. Interesting. So 3 coming up for Osborne. First one's good. So Osborne can tie the game here at the stripe with 2 more coming up. We're 34-32, and we still got 4:20 left to play here in the first. Second one doesn't go. So Darnay Duckett, a sophomore out of Oakland, California, will check back in. Had 17 points in the first game against Texas Lutheran. 102-79 win. So it's a 1-point game. 2 out of 3 for Osborne, and the full court pressure continues. Into the game is Javon Jones for the first time for the East, number 23. So Jones will get some minutes here in the first half. Babbitt gets it awkwardly to Karpowicz. Karpowicz makes a move at the elbow. Karpowicz spins. Won't go. It's batted back right to Karpowicz again. Here's Babbitt for 3. He wanted it and he hit it. Mickey Babbitt has 2. 1 from the corner. 1 from straight away. Vickers will go. Vickers will drive on Soto. Kicks it back out. Hewitt gets a touch. Duckett for 3. It's short. Ball's on the deck, and it's picked up by number 23, Javon Jones. Mickey Babbitt gets it across to Bobby Casey. Casey being beat up by Vickers. Casey's going to go by Vickers. Good help by Duckett. Back out Babbitt for another 3, and he hits it. Mickey Babbitt 3 for 3 behind the arc. Babbitt on fire, and the East have a 7-point lead. Here's Duckett, hesitation, spins. Duckett kicks it back out. Osborne, reset. Hewitt. Vickers on Soto. Vickers looks to spin, kicks it back out. Duckett far away behind the arc. Duckett behind his back, going to try to take Javon. Goes inside, gets it inside, and we got a foul on the inside by Marcus Soto. And number 21, JoJo Wiggins, will go to the line. Wiggins 60% on the year. Big fella, 6'6", 230-pound senior out of La Quinta, California is Wiggins. Wiggins' first trip to the line. Leans it in. It's good. Austin Butler will come back in along with Jack Stewart. Vickers and Osborne each take a break. So Wiggins for the second free throw attempt. Can't get it to go down, and Babbitt grabs the rebound. Bobby Casey gets it over, and the Eves have really done a good job with the pressure here in the first half. So Babbitt has it. Babbitt still with the ball. Bobby Casey will have it here right in front of us. Far wing, Soto resets to Casey. Casey, long 3, and it's an air ball, and it's out of bounds. And if we were in Walla Walla, we'd hear the air ball chant. .40-34. The one free throw cut the lead from 7 to 6, but the Blues get the turnover on the air ball, and they're back on the offensive end. And number 34, Cedric Jacob Jones, back in the game. We got to travel. So Jacob Jones, very interesting with the 2-color shoes. He's got a yellow in college. The number 2 team in the country trails number 19, 40-34 in this first semifinal game. The winner to play tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll be right here courtside. We'll have that game right here on the Northeast Sports Network for you. Little baseline pass inside, and they'll finish. Got free. Javon Jones got loose on the baseline, squared up nicely to finish. Here's Butler. Butler spin move on Jones, and Butler is fouled. Oh, Butler traveled. Wow. So Karpowicz will come back in. And number 21, Michael Kempton, will sit down for the Eefs. So you got Jones, Babbitt, Casey, Soto, and Karpowicz, your 5. And there's a long pass. It goes off the rim and fortuitously it went right to Soto. The pass was for Karpowicz. It went off the rim, went right to Soto, but somebody walked, either Soto or Karpowicz. Not sure who did. I think it was Karpowicz. So the turnover goes to the Blues. The Blues, they got Stewart, Austin Butler, Joey Hewitt, Cedric Jacob Jones out there. Number 20, the other, Jace Harrison. So your 5 Blues, that's your 5 Blues on the floor. 4 starters with Harrison. The only starter not out there is Darnay Duckett. So we got a common foul. 1 and 1 is the bonus. And Hewitt, 79.9% on the year as the senior out of Lafayette, California. Andrew Vickers will check back in for the Blues. Hewitt knocks down the first. Cut the lead to 8. 42-35. We got a good one here in Hamilton. Waiting to play after this, a half an hour after the conclusion of this game, we will have the number 10 Hamilton Continentals versus number 9 Christopher Newport Captains. Coming up right here on the Northeast Sports Network. And Hewitt knocks him down. So here comes the pressure again. Jones in the corner. Jones gets pumped by Vickers. And Jones will go to the line. Jones not a good free throw shooter. The freshman, he's 6'5", 210 out of Boston, Massachusetts. Played in 22 games this year, only 6 minutes. So getting some quality minutes here in the Sweet 16. Only shoots 30% from the line on low volume. Shoots better from the floor than he does from the free throw line. Can never figure that out. Trevor Osborne going to come back in for the Blues. It's up and won't go, and on the hop, Austin Butler comes away with it. Austin Butler, little hesitation through his leg. Soto's hand got in there, but didn't take the ball away. Hewitt's going to drive with the left. Hewitt's going to draw the contact. Hewitt goes up, and we got a foul. And it looks like it's going to be on Hewitt. So we're going to walk all the way down to the other end, shoot 1 and 1. Not exactly sure who's going to go to the line. Number 10, Spencer Spivey, into the game. Spivey's a freshman out of San Francisco, California. So we're seeing Kevin App in his 5th year going a little deeper than I think than I've seen him earlier this year. I had him in the NESCAC semifinal right here at Hamilton a couple weeks ago. I don't remember seeing Spivey on the floor. So Kempton hits the first. Hits a second. Got an 8-point game. Here's Vickers. Vickers' little crossover. Vickers has some space and he threw it. And it went off the foot of Michael Kempton. So the ball will be inbound. Austin Butler going to grab it. Minute 5, plenty of time to shoot. 23 for the Blues. Hits it in. Vickers has it. And Stewart on the baseline, cut off by Soto very nicely. Stewart gets it back. He's going to shoot a 3, and it was partially blocked, I believe. Ball ended up in the hands of Jovan Jones. And now Mickey Babbitt has it. Babbitt up to Soto. Soto gives it back to Babbitt, standing on the H. Babbitt is going to go. Kempton to Soto. Soto takes a look, gets a screen from Kempton. Kind of standing around now, Babbitt. Babbitt's going to drive, gets it on the baseline, and there's a foul. And once again, Jovan Jones, crafty on the baseline. And Jones going to go to the line for 2. So Jones 0 for 1 from the stripe. He's 1 for 1 from the floor with a couple of rebounds. Has 2 points. Jovan Jones only averages 1.1 points per game for the season. Has 3 already. 1.4 points per game. But he did have 5 points, 4 rebounds in the first game, 3.6 rebounds in the second game. And we got a timeout on the floor. Eric Bridgeland to the game. Double-digit lead. Not safe. There's no lead safe with this Whitman College Blues team averaging 104 points per game. Austin Butler will walk it up. The Blues going to hold for the last shot. So here's Butler. Gets it back out, and there's the move by Stewart. Stewart pulls up and hits it. Nice move to get free.
Stewart.
Little forward jab step, give himself some room. Knocks it down, so we end up with an 8-point deficit. So they're not going away. We're ready for a second half. We're underway. And here's Bobby Casey going to start the half-court set for the Williams Eves. And we're underway in the second half. Casey being guarded by Austin Butler. Casey picks it up, goes back door to Heskett, who lays it high off the window and in. So very good patience by Bobby Casey to find Heskett on the baseline. Here's Dockett with the quickness. Little step back. Good defense by Casey. Austin Butler has it now. Butler flips it to Stewart. Back to Butler. Nice play, and Butler scores. So Butler can score the basketball. Averages 11.5 per game. Only had 2 in the first half, but I'm sure he's going to get on track. So this is far from over. Scadlock goes to Karpowicz. Nice touch back to Scadlock. So nice finesse, big to big, down on the baseline. And Williams gets her 2 points right back. Here's Stewart. Stewart going to go. Stewart, nice pass to Jacobs-Jones. And Jacobs-Jones with the 2-color shoes finishes the little reverse. And this scoring tempo has picked up out of the gate here in the second half. It's 50-42. We're just underway. Semifinal number 1. Sweet 16 basketball. NCAA variety. Love it. March Madness. Thanks for joining us. Here's Heskett. Awkward catch. And the ball's going to go over to the Blues. So turnover to the Blues. They tried to get it in. Not much spacing to get it in there to Heskett. Had to make an awkward catch. Defended real well. And it's going to go over to the Blues on the turnover. Northeast Sports Network. Rick Sassone, courtside, Hamilton College. Friday night, happy hour. Thanks for joining us. Here's Butler. Butler going to spin. Butler's in space. Butler throws it to Casey off his chest. Casey comes up with it. And Casey's fouled by Jacobs-Jones. So Jacobs-Jones, Cedric Jacobs-Jones, 6'2", 235, picks up the foul. Jacobs-Jones looks bigger than 6'2". That's what they have most of that. Here's Heskett. Heskett going to flip it over to Feinberg. Feinberg resets to Casey. Casey to Feinberg. Scadlock gets a touch. Scadlock goes baseline. Scadlock cut off by Jacobs-Jones. And Scadlock, I don't know how he maintained control of the ball, scores the bucket off the window. And back comes Jack Stewart. Darnay Dockett, little shake and bake through his legs, behind his back. And a nice pass to find Butler. Butler turns, gives it to Jacobs-Jones, who spins, and Jacobs-Jones is fouled, and Jacobs-Jones will go to the charity stripe. Foul on Karpowicz. Cedric Jacobs-Jones, 67.6% on the year, had 10.6 rebounds in the first round win over Texas Lutheran. Came back with a 10.7 rebound performance in the second round against Pomona Pitzer. Andrew Vickers going to check back in for the Blues. First foul on Karpowicz. That's good. And Vickers will check in for Darnay Dockett. So Dockett will sit down here early, and there's a backcourt pressure still being applied. And Bobby Casey immediately gets it to Heskett. Good defense by Austin Butler to cut off Heskett. And Bobby Casey has it for the East. Casey being guarded by Jones. Here's Feinberg, and Feinberg has it picked by Jack Stewart. Good steal by Stewart. And Stewart across the logo to Jones. Jones, 2-color shoes. Spins on Karpowicz. Jones gets free. Reverse layup and scores. Cedric Jacob Jones with a nifty move in the two-color shoes with the reverse layup. Used the iron as protection and laid it in. Here's Bobby Casey. Blues bench wanted an offensive foul. Backdoor to Steinberg. Steinberg pulls up and scores. Andrew Vickers was closing in quickly, and Feinberg was able to pull up and score. Butler going to go to the hoop and score. Austin Butler. The wrecking ball called by Coach Eric Bridgeland. Heskett's going to get it over. Cut off by Joey Hewitt. Stop the ball. Feinberg has it. Down low into Skadlock, and Austin Butler grabs Skadlock's hand or arm or something. Grabs something. Pick up the foul.
Number 0, Austin Butler, second personal, second team foul.
16-40. 54. 47. We got a good one. If you like this one, we got a good one coming up next. The Christopher Newport Captains and the Hamilton Continentals. The Continentals and the Captains. And we got a foul away from the ball. It's going to be on Skadlock. Oh, no, it's going to be called on Joey Hewitt. So Joey Hewitt calls a foul. That draws the ire of Coach Eric Bridgeland. So the third foul on Joey Hewitt. Trevor Osborne's up off the bench. Probably going to get in there to protect Hewitt with the 3 fouls. There's baseline. Hewitt goes up and very fortunate not to pick up his fourth. As Joey Hewitt was there and ball just out of bounds. But now Hewitt gets a break, so he'll be protected as Trevor Osborne's in. Karpowicz throws it to Butler. Butler's so quick. Anticipated that pass. Butler drives. Butler goes up, and Butler's fouled by Karpowicz. And Austin Butler will go to the charity stripe. Shooting the deuce. So good, fast, and furious pace.
Number 24, Matt Karpowicz, second personal, second team foul.
Should have watched more film before I take this assignment. Wow. Making me work, fellas. Who am I kidding? It's not work. I love it. Butler at the line shooting 52%. It rattles in. Well, when you're a 52% free throw shooter and you get that much help from the rim, you know you're living right. So Butler only had 2 at halftime. He's got 7, so 5 points here in the second half. Trying to make it 6. It's off the heel. Michael Kempton had to chase it down awkwardly and got it. Skadlock up the case, or help the Heskett, I should say. So Heskett over the timeline. Flips it to Bobby Casey. Casey, little hesitation. Back to Feinberg. Feinberg, hard arcing 3. Nothing but the bottom of the net for Henry Feinberg. So Butler speedy back the other way. Butler for the Blues. Still has the dribble. Flips it to Stewart. Stewart takes a look, being guarded by Skadlock. Stewart drives, draws the contact. No call. And back comes Bobby Casey. So I thought there was a call there. A lot of contact. No call. A little backdoor, and Casey threw it a little too tall. Could have used a few pounds. Sports Network courtside in the Scott Fieldhouse. Sweet 16! It's March. It's madness. I love it. Austin Butler bringing it up. So a little 3-2 look, extending the zone way out. Skadlock and Kempton playing the back line for Kevin Apps Eats. So here's Osborne out. Patience gets it to the free throw line. Butler's going to put it up and score. So Austin Butler finds the opening in that 3-2 right at the free throw line. Got the ball and did not waste it. He scored it. Butler now a 9-7 here in the second half. There's a backdoor to Skadlock, and Skadlock jams it down. Third jam of the night for these. 2 by Karpowicz and now 1 by Skadlock. So Vickers has it back. Leads back to 9. Every time it looks like the Whitman Blues have some momentum, the Williams East come back. So there's Butler. Butler gets in the paint. Butler kicks it back out. Vickers for 3. Long, clanks off the iron. We got a rebounding foul underneath, and it's going to be on the Eves. It's going to be on Bobby Casey. So Casey picks up his third. We'll keep an eye on that. Joey Hewitt and Jack Stewart, going to come back in for the Blues, along with number 21, JoJo Wiggins. So those three join Osborne and Butler, and we got a foul away from the ball. And it's going to be on Heskett, so Heskett's third. So a little inauspicious foul trouble for the Williams Eafs. So here's the drive inside. Butler gets it back, and nice pass. Two-man basketball. Joey Hewitt scores at Lafayette, California. Hewitt penetrated, gave it to Butler, and selfless Butler gives it back to Hewitt, who scored. So 7-point lead. Here's Hewitt. Hewitt looking to drive. Hewitt cut off by, or Heskett cut off by Hewitt. And we got a shot clock violation. There's no way. We got a and we're ready to go. Back to action. So 18 on the shot clock, 14:08 you see there on the game clock. And here's Bobby Casey. Fans who made the trip from the West Coast thought maybe Casey pushed off. Good contingency made the trip. And Heskett is fouled, so Heskett will go to the line. Let's see if they give him a two-shot foul. I believe so. And it's on number 10, and that's Jack Stewart, and Stewart's third. Bobby Casey will sit down and get a quick break. Nikki Babbitt, the three-point sharp shooter, 3 for 3 in the first half, back in the game. So here's Heskett. Heskett cut off on the baseline. Good help defense by Austin Butler. Here's Skadlock for 3. Awkward looking shot, but it went in. Wow, very awkward wind-up for Skadlock, but he hits the 3 and the lead's back to 10. And we got a foul. Let's see who it's going to be on. It's going to be on number 32, Skadlock. So Skadlock's third, so we better take a look at what's going on here with the foul trouble for the Eafs. Heskett has 3, Skadlock has 3, Bobby Casey has 3, Jack Stewart and Joey Hewitt have 3 apiece for the Whitman Blues. So Butler gets it in, power dribbling up. Hewitt can't get it to go, and there's the foul by Austin Butler. Austin Butler picking it up here in the second half. So good backcourt pressure. Skadlock is going to get it over the timeline. Stewart better be careful reaching in there. Here's Skadlock. Skadlock going to go baseline. Skadlock stepped on the end line. So 8 points, 13-21, a lot of time left. I guarantee you we are in for a finish. 13:20 left to go. First half, Austin Butler will bring it up. Butler goes back door to JoJo Wiggins, and JoJo Wiggins is fouled, and JoJo Wiggins will go to the line. So JoJo Wiggins getting some quality playing time here in the Sweet 16 round of the NCAA tournament.
At the line for Whitman, number 21,
Wiggins goes to the line, 60% on the year. The senior out of La Quinta, California. Only averages 7 minutes per game, 3.1 points per game. Wiggins had 5 in the first half. Can't get that free throw to go down. Wiggins played 6 minutes in the first half alone. Now he's back in the second half. So 1 out of 2 for JoJo Wiggins. 7-point lead. Marcus Soto back in the game. Soto throws it right to Trevor Osborne. Trevor Osborne to Butler. Butler has it blocked. Skadlock's going to battle with Wiggins. And what do we got? The call is going to be a foul or out of bounds. Did not see. I was partially screened out. And we do have a foul. It's probably going to be on JoJo Wiggins. And it is.
Whitman foul, number 21, JoJo Wiggins.
So Wiggins picks up the foul.
15 foul.
So our officiating crew tonight getting the job done. Mike Fortunato, Mike Nardone, and Dave Messino. And I think these guys hang out in the weight room. If a fight breaks out tonight, there'll be no problem. These guys Look like football players, these three officials. So here's Bobby Casey now. Casey gives it to Karpowicz. Karpowicz out far on top, being guarded by Wiggins. Karpowicz, one dribble, picks it up. Feinberg has it. Feinberg goes. Feinberg goes up. And Feinberg is fouled by Vickers. Andrew Vickers will pick up the foul.
Moving foul number 40, Andrew Vickers, third personal.
So Vickers
foul.
picks up his third.
Shooting two for Williams, number
So
12,
we are going to
Henry
see
Feinberg.
some action late in this game with players in foul trouble. Very physical, high-scoring game. Feinberg scores. Cedric Jacob Jones back in the game. Trevor Osborne. JoJo Wiggins. And Joey Hewitt will sit down. Second free throw upcoming for Feinberg. And he hits it. So here's Andrew Vickers. Vickers gets it inside to Jones. Jones turns, bailed out, back to Osborne. Here's Stewart. Jack Stewart drives with the left. Jack Stewart goes up, high off the window, won't go. Jones with a good rebound, and it's blocked by Karpowicz. And Feinberg ends up with it. Great action on the half court. The number 10, Spencer Spivey, going to get it to Babbitt. Babbitt has it now. Babbitt to Feinberg. Feinberg finds Spivey. Spivey, reverse layup, and he gets it to go. Nice finish. Nice Spivey. Little reverse layup. He's got his average 2 points per year. Only averaged 4.2 minutes in 19 games. The freshman out of San Francisco getting some quality playing time. Karpowicz gets it ahead to Babbitt. Babbitt's going to go. Babbitt's going to go up. And Babbitt is going to go to the line. Babbitt gets fouled. Let's see who the foul's on. Vickers. Access on Northeast Sports Network, bringing you all the action here courtside. Mickey Babbitt is at the line. Shooting in two. Babbitt can't get the first one to go. Babbitt had 9 points in the first half. 3 for 3 from deep. Just squared up. Hit one from the corner, one from straight away, one from the right. But Babbitt will sit down, hits the second. Kyle Scanlon comes in, claps his hands, says, let's go. A lot of time left, especially for this prolific Blues offense who can score in bunches, averaging 104 points per game. They shoot the rock at 49.8% on the year. Long three, won't go for Stewart. Ball's tapped around. Austin Butler comes away with it, and Austin Butler is fouled, and I believe it's going to be Feinberg. No, they give it to Bobby Casey. That's the wrong call. It was on 12, isn't it? Bobby Casey wasn't even by the ball, so it is 12, number 12. They got to correct that. It's going to be on Feinberg. Number 12, okay. So foul's on Feinberg. Feinberg raises his hand. Old school now. Bobby Casey was in the corner. Bobby Casey was at the concession stand. He's like, no way. So we're in a bonus already with 11:21 left to go. Wow. Austin Butler at the line. The only thing he doesn't do is shoot free throws. 52%. Let's see if he can knock a couple down here. Oh, high off the heel. Won't go, and look at Darnay Dockett with the guide for the athletic rebound, but couldn't quite keep his feet. Fell to the floor with possession of the rock, and that's a travel. Kyle Scanlock looks to get it in. Here's Casey. Dockett going to D up Casey in the back court. Casey got rid of it before the double team came. Good to get it to Scanlock. Here's Karpowicz in the corner. Long three by Casey. Won't go. Scatlock up with the rebound, and we got a foul, and that is going to be on Jack Stewart, and that'll be Jack Stewart's fourth foul. I was saying he went straight up, so is Eric Bridgeland. You know what? I have to agree with him. That's a tough fourth foul call on Joey Stewart. So Stewart's got 11, 4 for 10, 3 of 7 from deep, and Stewart's going to stay on the floor. Surprisingly, with 4 fouls. Gadlock hits the first. 13-point lead. I believe the biggest of the game. And Jerron Kirkley's going to come back in. He's going to come in for Stewart. So Stewart is going to sit down with the 4 fouls. Or Joey Hewitt, I'm sorry. Not Jack Stewart. So I was misidentifying Joey Hewitt as Jack Stewart. So apologize to the family and friends of Joey Hewitt. Joey Hewitt has 4 fouls. Here's Stewart, long 3, and Stewart hits it. So Stewart hits the 23-footer. I think he even called that. He was playing horse. Simple. That's a big bucket to cut it to 11. And here's a turnover. It's going to go to the Blues. So the Blues tenaciously create the turnover. Mickey Babbitt will come back in for the Williams-Eves. So a little momentum switch after the Hewitt 4th foul. And Darnay Duckett running the one will bring it up now. Duckett brings it to the right side, gets a screen by Jones. Duckett trying to get to the hoop. Good interior defense by the Eves. The drive and the pivot foot did slide the green and black sneakers of Jerron Kirkley. Bobby Casey comes back in along with Jace Harrison. Casey for the Eves and Harrison for the Blues. Jerron Kirkley will sit down. So back court pressure continues. And getting it over the timeline, Javon Jones. Bobby Casey will set the half court. Jones gets a touch on the far wing. Jones picks up the dribble. Good defense by Harrison. Babbitt has it in the corner. Babbitt, triple threat on Duckett. Little switch. Jones is now on Babbitt. Here's Casey. Casey draws on Austin. Casey goes. Austin Butler, good defense, but Bobby Casey, the scorer, finishes off the window. Here's Darnay Duckett, little back step and hits it. So here's the pressure in the back again. Babbitt almost has it stolen by Harrison. Up to Bobby Casey, and Bobby Casey loses it. Here comes Butler. Butler gives it to Duckett. Duckett, one dribble and the 3 attempt is off the back. And there's a rebounding foul on the East. You know, when I asked Coach Eric Bridgeland of the Whitman Blues, I said, their leading rebounder is 6'2". Listed as 6'3". Okay. I don't think he's 6'3", maybe 6'1.5". But anyway, leading rebounder, and just said he's good. He has a nose for the ball. He's very athletic. And Austin Butler has himself a couple free throws, or 1-1. Hits the first. So leads at 10. As long as the Whitman College Blues, the number 2 team in the country, as long as they could stay within 10, I think this is going to be a good one. That rattles in and out. Jones with the rebound gives it to Babbitt. Babbitt's going to get the trap. Up to Jones. Jones just gets it over. And now the double team comes. And there's a tie-up. And there's a good defensive play by Darnay Duckett. And the arrow goes to the Whitman Blues. So good defense by Darnay Duckett. So the Blues, with a big turnover, cut into this double-digit lead. Get it to 7 with a triple. Here's Butler. Butler spins, loses the handle, gets it back. Jack Stewart. Stewart drives. Stewart gets to the paint. Stewart spins over Feinberg. Short. Rebound. Put back up and in. Was that Butler? How does Austin Butler do that down in the trees? Working on the offensive end. Austin Butler with a putback. We got an 8-point lead. Here's Soto. Soto spinning on Harrison. Harrison chasing Soto all the way out, away from the basket. Here's Casey. Babbitt Good defense by Jones. Feinberg's going to go baseline. Little jump stop. Spin won't go. And Jacobs-Jones clears the rebound. Here's Butler. Butler gets all the way down. Finally cut off by Kempton. Butler's going to go and spin a little bit short. And we got an offensive rebounding foul, or a rebounding foul, loose ball foul, I think. And we're going to be going the other way. So both teams in the bonus. 8:07 left to go. We got an 8-point game. Possession arrow favors the Williams College Eafs. So number 34, Cedric Jacobs-Jones, a 235-pound senior from Paradise Valley High School, played for the Trojans, picks up the foul. JoJo Wiggins and Kyle Skadlock going to come in. Jones in his two different color shoes will sit down. Love the fashion statement. Bet she's got another pair just like it at home. Opposite colors on opposite feet. There's a shot by Feinberg. So Feinberg scores, gets it back to 9. Second one, back to double-digit 10. Darnay Dockett, speedy into the front court. There's Harrison. Harrison gets in the paint. Harrison had it knocked away by Feinberg, loses the ball, and Bobby Casey has it. Bobby Casey harassed a little bit by Vickers. Vickers knocks the ball away, goes off the backboard. Skadlock gets it. Skadlock drives and scores. So a fortuitous bounce off the backboard to Kyle Skadlock, and he did not waste. He said, good fortune's come my way. I'm going to score a deuce. Drove and laid it up and in. Here's Dockett now. Dockett, little hesitation. Dockett, ball's knocked away. It's going to stay with the Whitman Blues, and we got a timeout on the floor. We got a good one, a lot of time. Margaret Bundy, Scott Fieldhouse, courtside Rick Sassone, bringing you all the action. Northeast Sports Network. Chase Harrison looking to get the ball inbounds. Vickers, Andrew Vickers. Vickers going to get inside. Vickers going to lay it up and won't go, and there's a rebound by Michael Kempton. And Skadlock has it, picks up his dribble dangerously in the back. Kempton comes and bails him out on the logo. And here is Henry Feinberg to Bobby Casey as we approach the 7-minute mark. 12-point lead by the Eafs. Winner to face the winner of semifinal number 2. Kempton gets it in the block. Has it knocked away. Ball's on the deck. And here's Joey Hewitt. Joey Hewitt quickly into the front court. Hewitt back in the game with 4 fouls. Harrison gives it to Stewart. Stewart working on Casey. Stewart still has a dribble. They switch. Skadlock on him now. Shots up and weak side rebound to Mickey Babbitt. Babbitt pushes it all the way up to Skadlock. Skadlock's going to go, and it's blocked. What a block by Andrew Vickers. What a block at the window. And here comes Joey Stewart for 3, and oh, that would have been a big turn of Mo right there. And the ball's on the deck, and we got a tie-up, and it'll go to Williams College. But Andrew Vickers, electric at the window. Denied Kyle Skadlock. What a block. A lot of times they say the blocks go out of bounds, and offensively you get them back, but not in that case. Vickers blocked it and secured it. JoJo Wiggins going to sit down. Wiggins had a quality game here tonight. So there's Skadlock now. Skadlock to Babbitt. Babbitt being guarded by Stewart, and he dribbed it off the back of his foot. It's got to be 10 seconds, and it is. So Babbitt does a little globetrotter move behind his back, and it went off his heel. Ball careened deep into the backcourt, and that was it. He was at 8 seconds when he made that move, so he was either going to just get it across. So the 10-second violation and the turnover, just what the Blues needed. Down by 12, plenty of time left. Austin Butler gets it to Stewart. Butler gets it back. Butler, nice move on Skadlock, and Butler scores with the left hand. Boy, Butler got Skadlock backing up, and he stopped on a dime, and there's Butler with the steal to Stewart. Or Stewart for 3. Won't go. Hewitt to Stewart. apologize to the Walla Walla faithful back in Walla Walla. I'm interchanging Stewart and Hewitt. I don't know why, they're both good. 10-3. One's even and one's odd. Get it right, Rick. Okay, so here's Hewitt. Hewitt's going to shoot a three, high arcing shot, draws nothing. Ball's on the ground. Jones battling Karpowitz for it, and Jones calls timeout. But I think that we got a jump ball call first, and it will stay with the Whitman College Blues. 5:31. 75-65. A couple other scores. St. Thomas, Minnesota leads Guilford out in Wisconsin, Oshkosh bracket, 65-64 with 6:50 left to go in that one. So Butler's going to try to get to the rack. Butler goes up over Scanlock, won't go. Jones with a good rebound. It's blocked by Karpowitz. Ball's on the floor again. Babick has it. And we're going to have another jump ball, and we do. So the ball will go over to the Williams Eves. So a couple guys maybe auditioning for the football teams. Been a good physical game, and James Heskett says timeout. Team to advance to the lead eight. So Bobby Casey looking to get it in. Casey throws it out of bounds, and no, it stayed in bounds. I got screened by the bench. How did that ball stay in bounds? Here's Karpowitz. That's going to be an offensive foul. No call. As Trevor Osborne hit the deck. 77-65. And Eric Bridgeland is upset. And I got to say, I don't blame him. I thought that was an offensive foul as well. No call, though. So the Blues got to go, down by 12. Jones will get a touch-out tap. Jones makes a move. Jones on Karpowitz. Jones gets inside. Jones goes off the window, and the foul is on Karpowitz.
Blues foul number 24, Matt Karpowitz, third
So
personal.
Karpowitz
19
picks up
foul.
his third.
At the line for Whitman, number 34, Cedric Jacob Jones.
So Cedric Jacob Jones, 67.6% on the year. The season high, 8 points versus Linfield this year. Had 18 points, I should say. 6 rebounds. Scored 10 in the first round, 10 in the second round. 6 and 7 rebounds respectively. Scoring from the stripe here. That one's a little short. And the rebound back to Jones. And Jones and Kempton fight for it. And now we got another tie-up. And it's going to stay with the Whitman College Blues. So we've had rugby scrum, football scrum, whatever you want to call it. A couple of them now. Good game. Darnay Dockett going to check back in. Vickers will sit out. Vickers with a little blood on his jersey. Feinberg coming back in for the East, and James Heskett will sit out. Maybe from Heskett's nose. Heskett's got some kind of wadding device in his nose. They got a bloody nose. I believe it. I can't believe there's not more bloody noses in this one. Tough game. Here goes Stewart. Stewart gets inside, kicks it back, and Stewart is fouled. And Jack Stewart will go to the charity stripe, 79.2%. Back on December 28th, Jack Stewart had 29 points versus Illinois Wesleyan. Had 20 points in the first round against Texas Lutheran. 10 points against Penoma Pitzer in the second round. 10 points, well within striking distance, 77-67. Both teams will be in the double bonus. 4:30 left to go here. Second one can't go, and Kempton grabs the rebound. Kempton throws it away to Austin Butler. There's Jack Stewart for three, and Jack Stewart. Walla Walla, Washington, wake up! Jack Stewart just hit a triple. So back comes Scanlock, and Scanlock is chased down and fouled. So Kyle Scanlock will go to the line, shooting two. Both teams in the double bonus.
Foul number 3, Joey Hewitt, 5th personal, 10th team foul.
And my most unfavorite rule most awful rules in sports, the double bonus. Let's shoot 2. Let's not worry about practicing our free throw shooting because there's no more 1-and-1. It's a double bonus. Don't like that rule. And Joey Hewitt. Let's follow that.
Accolade for Williams, number 32, Kyle
That's the big
Skywalker.
news. So Hewitt fouls out with 10 points, 3 of 9 from the floor, 2 of 6 deep. Perfect from the line of 2. Here's Butler now. Swings it to Duckett, back to Butler. So the Blues will have to come back without Joey Hewitt, who's been disqualified with 5 fouls. Here's Butler. Butler, neat spin at the free throw line. There's a corner 3. Won't go, and Jones grabs a weak side rebound. Jacobs-Jones with his hook. Won't go, and the rebound's on the deck. And there's a nice play by Austin Butler to get the loose ball. It was going out of bounds. Butler was on his side. Grab made the pass, and Andrew Vickers with the finish. What a play by Austin Butler. That assist should be worth 2 assists. And there's a turnover. Jacobs-Jones to Vickers. Vickers in the front court. Vickers is going to go to the hoop and score. Andrew Vickers. And we got a 3-point game. And Kevin Epp. The number 2 Whitman Blues have just cut the lead to 3. Number 19, Williams Eats. And here's quickly into the front court, Kyle Skadlock to Bobby Casey. Casey gets it out to Karpowicz. Karpowicz being guarded by Jacobs-Jones. Gives it to Heskett. Jones now on Heskett. Jones pulls up, and Heskett pulls up and rattles it in. So Heskett, big bucket, make the lead to 5, and Eric Bridges to slow it down a little bit. Jack Stewart takes the handoff from Austin Butler. Here's Andrew Vickers. There's a defense chant from the Williams faithful. Rings through the Bundy Scott Fieldhouse. Here's Jones. Jones going to spin on Karpowicz. Jones hook. It's short, and Kyle Skadlock has the rebound. Not probably the best shot selection by Jacobs-Jones. Good defense, and Darnell Dockett with the steal. Gets it ahead to Stewart, to Vickers. Vickers is going to drive and lay it up and in. And Eric Bridgeland says, we want a timeout. We got back to Hamilton College. 2:13 left to go. There you see the score, 79-76. And Heskett gets it in bounds, being guarded by Stewart. Heskett having a little bit of trouble. Is going to try to get it and gets it to the middle of the Babbitt. So nice press break. Here's Bobby Casey now. Casey being beat up by Darnay Duckett, I should say. I want him Dockett. There's Bobby Casey spins. Skadlock has it in the corner. Babbitt back to Casey. 5 to shoot. Bobby Casey is fouled by number 34, Cedric Jacobs-Jones. So Bobby Casey will go to the line shooting 2. Casey 76.2% on the year, the senior from Scranton Prep, the Cavaliers, Scranton, Pennsylvania. Averages 18.5 points per game. Casey hits the first. And Bobby Casey has 11. His first trip to the free throw line? Oh. Can't hit the second, so he hits 1 of 2. And the lead remains 4. So Dockett has it. Plenty of time left. We got a good finish coming up here in Hamilton. So Dockett picks up his dribble. Dockett's in trouble. Gets it over to Butler. Butler flips it to Stewart. Stewart looking to make a move on Casey. Good defense on Casey. Stewart hit the 3. Not a good shot. It's falling backwards, and Skadlock grabs the rebound. Skadlock gets it to Casey. Casey. Kempton. 3 for Heskett. And it's short. And Darnay Duckett comes back the other way. Duckett thought about 3, but a good closeout by Mickey Babbitt. And Eric Bridgeland wants a timeout. On Jones 4, Spencer Spivey and Marcus Soto have a couple apiece. Here we go, back to live action. And Austin Butler will run the point. Butler, the wrecking ball, as Coach Bridgeland called him. And there he goes, the wrecking ball, trying to get inside. Gets it out to Osborne. Osborne, 3 on the move, and it rattles in. What a big triple by Trevor Osborne. Anchorage, Alaska. Trevor Osborne just hit a huge triple. And here's the ball almost thrown away. It's coming right to me. It was exciting. I was going to jump in there and grab it, dive on the floor for it. Got excited, took me back to my playing days. Of course, I stood up and almost pulled a muscle, so that's the end of that. Babick will inbound right in front of us, 40.9 seconds, 1-point game. Bobby Casey now over the timeline. Casey looks for Babick's help, and the ball's knocked away, and it's out of bounds, and it's off Babick, and it's going to go to the Blues. So Austin Butler with the hustle. We're ready to go. 33.1 seconds left to go. Don't you dare touch that dial or mouse or however you're watching the game. This is good stuff. So here's Trevor Osborne, and Trevor Osborne walked. And Osborne can't believe it. Osborne will sit down. Darnay Duckett will come back in. And boy, the fans are making their way in for semifinal number 2. Number 10, host Hamilton Continentals, will take on number 9, the Christopher Newport Captains. Half hour after this one finishes. So a little housekeeping, trying to get Coach Bridgeland out of the way. It's Mickey Babbitt's going to be inbound it right here, guarded by Austin Butler. Babbitt gets it into Heskett. Heskett has it. And Heskett is fouled, so Heskett's going to go to the line. Let's see who they give it to. Babbitt and Duckett were both there, and they give it to Duckett. So that's only Darnay Duckett's first foul. And Trevor Osborne's at the table. Osborne will come back in. Osborne 50% from behind the arc. Heskett hits the first. So still can't get it beyond a one-possession game. Either way, the Blues will have the ball down by 2 or 3, hinging on this charity stripe attempt by James Heskett. Heskett spins the ball, it's up, and it's in. So 3-point lead for the Leafs. And Butler will bring it up. Butler flips it back out to Stewart. Stewart, long 3. It won't go. And there's a rebound by Butler, and it's a jump ball, and it's going to go to the Leafs. With 9.5 seconds left to go. And the Whitman Blues were hoping for a rebounding foul. Austin Butler a little banged up on the play. It was a high arcing rebound, long triple by Stewart. Came high off the iron, and Butler sprung off the hardwood. So ball's inbounds to Heskett. Heskett gets it back to Babbitt, and Babbitt is fouled by Jack Stewart. So Mickey Babbitt will make the walk 80 feet down the other end. And Babbitt on the season is an 86.7% free throw shooter.
Shooting 2 for Williams, number 31, Mickey Babbitt.
And Babbitt has 10 points tonight. He's 1 for 2 from the line. 9 of his points were in the first half, 3 for 3 beyond the arc, and Babbitt hits it. So now it's a 2-possession game. And the Williams College fans that made the trek down the interstate to get here are on their feet. So Babbitt with the second free throw, and it's good. So it's a 5-point lead, 6.5 seconds left to go. And the Whitman College Blues are going to have to go like heck and get a triple here as Stewart gets it. Stewart's going to pull up, long 3, won't go, and Austin Butler tips it up and in. That will count. But our final 84-81.